This time we're joined on the dais by the Golden Gophers from Minnesota. At this time, we'll take a opening statement from Coach Richard Pitino.
Well, congratulations to Michigan State. They're a really, really good team to go on to the Sweet 16. Obviously, Coach Izzo with what he's accomplished. It's a testament to that program, how consistent they are. They got some really good players and obviously very well coached. We just, obviously we felt like we could give it a go with Murph early when we shot around. He looked pretty good, and I think he maybe got off it a little bit and then tried to give it a go during that warm-up, and he didn't look good at all. So obviously being down Motts, being down Eric, being down Murph was not ideal. We talked a lot at halftime about we're going to have to play a little bit unconventional, play four guards and try to turn them over and try to play fast. And we showed heart, cut it to 9, and then I think Cassius took over and we ran out of gas. So it stings, but really, really proud of what our guys did this year. I mean, it's the second time we've won a tournament game in 29 years. A lot of these guys in this locker room, Jordan Murphy and Dupree McBrayer, went to 2 NCAA tournaments in 3 years, and we're able to bounce back with a lot of adversity. So proud of these guys, and we'll be excited about things moving forward.
This time we'll take questions for our student athletes. Please raise your hand. We'll have a mic your way. Left side aisle.
Thanks. Richard, obviously, with the Nathan Mason injury and Hakeem Springs, then you get to this tournament, you have no Murphy, Curry, or Matz. Do you feel, I don't know what the right word is, snake bit?
Go ahead, Coach. Yeah, that's fine. That's
A little bit, yeah, but you try to create your own luck. But we've had some injuries at the wrong times. But we're not going to complain about it. I do believe that things will even out at some point. But, yeah, I think 2 years ago we had the same thing happen with Hakeem and Nate getting hurt. And then to go into this, obviously, with the second leading scorer in school history, the leading second leading rebounder in Big Ten, and obviously leading rebounder here. Yeah, a little bit. So hopefully it evens out.
Other questions? Go ahead.
Pioneer Press. 2 things. Number one, you went up to Murphy with like 2 minutes left in the first half. Was that trying to get a check on if he was going to be able to come, and then talk about the curtain call at the end?
Yeah, I walked out and watched him warm up. He really didn't look good before the game. And it's hard because you keep asking him, you're gonna be, during the day, how do you feel? And he said, it feels so much better than yesterday because he's such a tough kid. But then, we kind of, I think they got off to 11-2 start. Not to blame Murph, but he couldn't laterally move, and it got us a little bit. And then he's such a tough kid. He's like, well, I'll just stand. I'm like, this is not ideal, Murph. It's almost fitting with Murph that he hadn't missed a game his whole career. Started every game but 11. Still didn't miss a game because he played today. But it almost felt like a heavyweight fighter. Just continue to fight through it, even though he's bruised and beat up. And that was him till the end. And I wanted to get him that moment. That was special for everybody. Very thankful to the fans that showed up. They were awesome. We just didn't have a whole lot left in the tank, but I am very appreciative of the love that they showed Jordan and those guys.
Other questions, in particular for our student athletes? Amir Jarvis. Going to go to the aisle on the left side, then we'll come across on the right side.
Thanks. For both of you, would you just talk about the emotions of what Murphy went through, getting to the stage and then having a difficult game? What were you thinking after the game?
Start with Amir first.
Really just feeling for him. The way he's fought over these years and everything he gave to the program. Not being able to play in a game like this and in the tournament from an injury is pretty tough. Just feeling for him. And it's just tough.
Murph has been, to hell and back, and then back again, and then came back. He's fought through it all. In the long run, he'll get what he deserves, and he's just a tough kid. So.
Go to the right side aisle.
Amir, you really emptied the clip these last few games, left it all out there. What do you think this year as a whole did for your development as a player?
I would just say I just kept working throughout the year, trying to get better at everything. Really just developing everything, shooting, dribbling, and then just otherwise, and just mindset things and how I carry myself in the games, and just figuring out ways, to affect the game in a good way for my team.
Any question on the left side, front row?
Amir, can you talk about the run that you guys were able to go to cut it to 9, and then kind of what happened after that with Cassius?
Yeah, I think we had a smaller lineup in for our 5. We kind of try to push the tempo a little bit and get him scrambling, and it was working. We cut it to 8 or 9, and we had the momentum. Crowd got into it, and then Cassius just hit some big shots. That really killed us. But yeah, we had it going a little bit, and Cassius just came through for Michigan State and hit some clutch shots for him that stopped the run.
Front row, right side.
Coach, it looked like you were talking to Tom Izzo there in the tunnels. Can you share what you guys were talking about?
Well, he was asking about Jordan, and just kind of what happened there. Just told me that we showed great fight, obviously, to turn them over like we did. But that's just a tough blow. But he's a guy that I really respect. I wish him luck versus LSU. I think he's got the team that can make some noise and continue to advance.
Other questions? Still have 5 minutes left in this session. Front row, left side.
Amir, as a Minnesotan, how would you kind of sum up this year and kind of where you feel like the program is and where it's going?
I think we did a lot of things that people didn't believe we could do. Like Coach was saying, for the last 10 games, we weren't favored to win one of them. So, just staying resilient and blocking out all the outside noise and just playing our game. We came. What were we preseason for Big Ten?
Towards the bottom.
Yeah, we were in the bottom Big Ten. Like, nobody really believed in us, but our coaches and our players. So, I think we really, changed people's minds, and we just kept fighting the whole year. We won a lot of big games. Went to the Big Ten tournament, won 2 games there. Came to the tournament, got to the round of 32. So I think we definitely took a step forward this season.
Right side, second row.
Coach, does it feel any different year to year when you have to say goodbye to a senior class? Is this group unique in any way?
Well, with Motts and Brock, obviously they weren't here as long, but they gave a lot to the program. Jarvis, Johnson, even though he didn't play, was a great teammate, very good leadership qualities, was one of the first recruits to kind of believe in me, take that leap of faith. But then obviously Jordan and Dupree, just what they've dealt with, a difficult season their freshman year, to continue to believe, bounce back, have a great season the next year, then go into their junior year with high expectations and all those things that happen, and then come back and bounce back again, go to the tournament, win a game, with what Dupree, even the injury he dealt with his junior year, losing his mother, Jordan Murphy being 6'6" and being the second leading rebounder in Big Ten history. It just shows the heart of those guys. So, yeah, that's difficult. That was emotional. You hate to see it end like that. Rarely does it end well in sports. But I'm proud of those guys. It's when you recruit, when you're young and you're building a program and you see guys go through a program, 4 years, they get better, they get stronger, they get smarter. You're proud of them. They were really good representatives of this program.
Left side, second row.
Coach, you talked about at the end of the Big Ten tournament and even tonight kind of running out of gas a little bit. Obviously injuries play into that, but is maybe even building greater depth kind of one of the next steps for this program?
Well, when you lose 3 guys in the front court, you only get so many scholarships. You want to have depth, but, it kind of all hit in the wrong spots. You're going to continue to recruit, figure out what the needs are, continue to build off it. Really excited about Trey, who we've got signed, is going to be a terrific player. Marcus and Peyton, two guys sitting out, are going to be really good. We got really good young talent. We're going to continue to build that depth. But that kind of hit at a hard time.
Question on the left side.
Coach, what did that moment mean to you when Jordan walked off the court and just embraced you, someone that you've been around for 4 years and developed?
That was hard. Yeah, that was hard. I mean, that was emotional. The hardest thing was that he couldn't play in a game trying to go to a Sweet 16 because he's done so much. And never once has he ever embarrassed the program. Never once has he ever not been about the team. He's been a great representative, for himself, his family, and obviously for our basketball program. So he's a special kid. I'm going to miss him. He's somebody that I consider family, and I appreciate everything that he's given me because he's laid it all out there. Every ounce of sweat, he's put on the line for this program.
Have time for one more question. Front row, left side.
Coach, as you look to the future, what do you feel like those needs are?
Well, obviously, Jordan Murphy, losing him, that's hard to replace. As hard as tonight was, hopefully it helps build Jarvis some confidence. He hadn't played a lot, but I do think that he can take that performance. I thought he did a lot of good things. I mean, he played great defense. He played really, really hard. He rebounded the ball well. Obviously with the way that Amir finished the season, continuing to build off of that. I think Daniel and Gabe, Daniel's going to be a really, really good player. Needs to put on a little bit of weight, and he'll get there. But all these young guys, like I feel like this program, we've taken hits with injuries, and I hate using excuses, but we have. We can't let it derail us. We got to bounce back and get back in this thing again next year. And I think these guys got, they got the character to do it. So we'll continue to see what we can add in the spring. When you win, like we did, when you have guys who got better, you have local kids who've had a great experience, there's a lot to sell. And I know these guys in the locker room, regardless of our facilities and all the cool things that we can sell, these guys in the locker room, I think, can sell a really good experience, and that's the most important thing.
Thank you very much.
All right,
Coach.
thank you, guys. Thank you. Take care.